Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I think seeing is a believing, and for you to see me when I was said to have been dead is a believing that they know I'm alive. Of course, nobody can come to the media to deny his or her own death. But this is what you have now subjected me to.
Welcome back to Celebs Watch 211. Over the last couple of days, rumors regarding the passing of President Salva Kiir Mayardit spread all over social media like wildfire. The news of President Kiir's death originated from two Kenyans, that is Maverick Aoko, who is a Kenyan blogger, a journalist as well as an activist, and Ali Nur Mohammed, who is a philanthropist. Maverick Aoko took to X, that is formerly known as Twitter, at 1:31 p.m. on May 14, 2025 and posted, "Salva Kiir ni kama amegenya, but mngoje official communication kwanza, sitaki kisran." For my non-Swahili speakers, this post means that Maverick Aoko was alleging that President Salva Kiir has died. However, it has not been officially communicated, which is why she cautioned her audience to wait for the official communication instead of jumping to conclusion. From the look of things, it appears like Ali Nur Mohammed learned about President Kiir's alleged death from Maverick Aoko as he tweeted at 1:38 p.m. on the same day, stating, and I quote, "Breaking. I hear President Salva Kiir of South Sudan has kicked the bucket. Let's wait for official communication." Following the post from Maverick Aoko and Ali Nur Mohammed, various individuals as well as social media outlets picked up the story and shared it. Some of these are like Sky News Uganda and the Nairobi Times. Other social media users took it a step higher by taking pictures of actual mourners who were mourning the death of their loved ones, as well as some videos of a coffin stating that the body of President Kiir Mayardit had arrived in Baragazal, which is his birthplace and where his body was going to be laid. According to Lair TV on Facebook, pretended to have received some official communication from the government of South Sudan, that is from the Office of Presidential Affairs, indicating that they were announcing the death of President Salva Kiir Mayardit and that details of the official date of his passing as well as the arrangement for the state funeral and burial ceremony would be communicated at a later date. I also came across a eulogy of President Salva Kiir Mayardit a few hours ago, and another media outlet also speculated that one of the current vice presidents of South Sudan, that is Taban Dengai, is expected to replace President Salva Kiir Mayardit now that he is allegedly dead. While majority of the people took the news seriously, one social media user by the name Samuel Lemio Martin took the opportunity to make light jokes, indicating that none of the South Sudanese leaders should die before the $657 million debt is paid off. I also came across an interesting post made by Dengbola Roy, that is on the rumors of President Kiir Mayardit's death, indicating that he received a lot of phone calls, mainly from Kenya, saying that President Salva Kiir has passed away, although he had not seen any official confirmation. And something that I found quite interesting is on the second last paragraph, where he said that if the rumor was true, then some people would mourn his death, while others who have suffered under his current regime might celebrate quietly, not because they hate him, but because they lost a lot. That could mean losing a lot of people because of the unjust system or opportunities, among others. It is very important to note that this is not the first time there have been rumors that President Salva Kiir Mayardit has died. The same thing happened back in 2016, and around October 13, 2016, President Salva Kiir Mayardit had to go on a tour in Juba and also had to put out a press statement indicating that he was alive and kicking and that everything was well. Here's the video clip from 8 years ago when President Salva Kiir Mayardit did a tour and issued a press statement regarding him being alive and not dead.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I think seeing is a believing, and for you to see me when I was said to have been dead is a believing that they know I'm alive. Of course, nobody can come to the media to deny his or her own death. But this is what you have now subjected me to. I am alive and well, and I want to assure my people of South Sudan and all the friends that what they heard last night and this morning were all fabrications by the enemies of peace. They want to derail peace. And as you have seen before, people were running away from their businesses. And by leaving your shop unguarded, some people will get themselves there to loot, because this was the purpose of creating such a rumor, to scare people so that they run away and people go back to their shops to take whatever they want to take. As for the other reason, there are people also who want this peace to break down, so that people go back to war. But we will not accept. This country has suffered for a very long time, and we will not accept any more fighting. If there are such elements still among us, still doing their job in between us, it will be a matter of time, but we will handle them. The other thing is that you heard that the past few days, people were being slaughtered on the roads of Juba Yei Road and Nimle Juba Road. And it was done in a way of targeting people. That thing, of course, is not the first time. That ethnic group which is being targeted can still swallow what has been done. And they have swallowed many bitter things done against them. It is not this thing now, today, that will anger them to the extent that they go on rampage to kill any other members of other communities. It will not happen. And the contradictions appeared last night and this morning, when my death was the first to be said, and then again to be said that I have given General Paul Malongawan orders and other Dinka officers to kill anybody who does not hail from Dinka. Now, if I was dead, this is the contradiction I'm saying. If I was dead, how did I come back to life to come and give orders to the Chief of General Staff? This was not true. I was not dead. And those people who were creating this lie are not the ones responsible for my life. Somebody who created me knows when he will call me. So I want everybody to remain calm. As for the parents and the relatives of the victims who lost their lives in these tragic incidents, I want to calm them down by telling them that let them remain calm. And nobody should take the law into his or her own hand to go and revenge. It is not time for revenging. It is time for forgiveness. Even if we get them today, those who killed the people, we can still forgive them because they don't know what they are doing. We have been infiltrated as Southerners, infiltrated to the maximum by the people who want to get away with our things. And when they get very simple people, those people believe that this person coming to advise him to do this thing, he is the best friend. But not. We fought the war, very long war, and a very terrible war. And that Bedun Gabail, we were not fighting as tribes. We organized ourselves into a guerrilla army, and we fought our common enemy together. I think nothing will take us away from that line. I fought as a nationalist, fighting for the liberation of South Sudan. I cannot come and turn today to become a tribal leader.
This time around, when the rumors of President Kiir's death again hit the headline, it's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of South Sudan that came out to refute those claims. This was done so through a press statement that was issued at night on May 14th, 2025. The statement refuted the claims as baseless rumors. The statement reads, and I quote, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation dismisses baseless rumors regarding the health of His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of South Sudan categorically and strongly denies the false and malicious reports circulating on social media claiming that His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit has passed away. The ministry would like to assure the South Sudanese public, the region, and the international community that His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit is alive, well, and fully engaging in the service of the nation. He continues to carry out his presidential duties with vigor, commitment, sound health, and complete fitness. The ministry condemns in the strongest terms this deliberate spread of misinformation aimed at creating unnecessary panic, confusion, and instability. Such fake news only serves the interests of those who wish to undermine our nation's sovereignty, hard-won peace, and progress. These are entirely baseless and irresponsible rumors fabricated by enemies of peace, development, nation building, and stability in South Sudan. We call on the public to disregard these rumors and refrain from sharing unverified information. South Sudan remains stable, and the government is committed to advancing the welfare of the people and implementing its national duties ordinarily and as expected. End of statement. For those who may not believe the statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs indicating that President Salva Kiir Mayardit is indeed still alive, you might want to watch the previous video that I posted, that is President Salva Kiir's press statement about the 16th May celebration for the 42nd anniversary. Here's a clip of that video.
On the eve of 16th May, I wish to remind all of us that tomorrow marks the 42nd anniversary of the 16th May, a date imprinted in our national collective memory as the beginning of the long and determined struggle for our freedom. On this day in 1983, the sons and daughters of South Sudan, under the banner of the Sudan People's Liberation Movement and Sudan People's Liberation Army, SPLM-SPLA, rose in unity to fight against injustice, oppression, and marginalization. This day is not just a reminder of our past, it is rather a tribute to the courage, sacrifice, and vision of the country's heroes and heroines who paid the ultimate price so that we might live in an independent and sovereign South Sudan.
If you have watched the video up to this far, then let me know what your thoughts are regarding the rumors that President Salva Kiir Mayardit has passed away. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Celebs Watch 211. Thank you.